now for the Peter Channel 11 a.m. news report on this Wednesday morning and afternoon, December 16th, 2015. Good morning and afternoon, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins. Your 11 a.m. news headlines here. Top story 11 a.m. on this Wednesday morning and afternoon is the Republican presidential candidate's fifth debate focused on national security and included misleading claims on terrorism, immigration, and foreign oil. If you haven't heard it, shut up from all the corners of the galaxy and one far, far away, a little movie called Star Wars: The Force Awakens is opening on Friday. Capital punishment is the law of the land in 31 states, yet just 6 exercise policy in 2015, the fewest in 27 years. Larissa Hawkins, a Christian who has wear a hijab over Adventist, Salvadorian Muslims in service at St. Martin Episcopal Church in Chicago, as Wheaton College, Illinois, suspends Christian professor who wore a hijab. Los Angeles school police officer Frank Avila and Jose Silva lead breached state elements after conducted a safety check as LA defense response to threat that New York dismissed as a hoax. London, Britain's highest court unanimously rejected on Wednesday in an attempt by Donald Trump, the real estate developer and Republican presidential candidate, to block the construction of a wind farm near his luxury golf resort in northeast Scotland. Vladimir Putin's military is unveiling a new arsenal in battle with ISIS and a resurgence in Syria. Much of the new military hardware is hundreds of miles above the earth. Vienna, 2 people have been arrested at a refugee center in the Austrian city of Salzburg on suspicion of being connected with the last month's Paris attacks. The Salzburg prosecutor's office said on Wednesday. People rallying connected with the first anniversary of the school attack in Lahore, Pakistan, as Palestinian militants attacked the Albi Road school in Peshawar, killed 150 people, mostly children, on December 16th, 1 year ago. In a remote desert area in southern Iraq, unified gunmen drumming on SUVs ready to camp for falconry hunters on Wednesday abducted up to 26 galleries. Iraqi officials said. Jurors waiting the fate of a first Baltimore police officer to face trial to the death of Freddie Gray began the third day deliberation Wednesday despite telling the judge that they were deadlocked on manslaughter and other charges. Philip Chisholm, the Massachusetts teenager, may return to court Wednesday for a separate case on Wednesday after jury convicted of rape and murdered his math teacher, Clyde Witzer. A retired police officer said the draft beer he consumed at Montgomery Schmitz in Atlantic City just nearly killed him. The investigation at Sudbury Maxwell took FBI down to the lake near the crime scene on Thursday. FBI Director James Cormier told us that hearing Wednesday the agency found an online discussion about jihad between Farouk and Malik. In Atlanta, Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont kept up the traditional live tweet of the Republican presidential debate, reiterated the charge that the candidates on stage were out of touch. Pascal of Mississippi Ingalls ship in launched the 30th hourly Burke-class guided missile destroyer Ralph Johnson. Washington, 8 years after a devastating recession opened an era of loose U.S. monetary policy. The Federal Reserve was set on Wednesday to raise rates for the first time since 2006, and saying that the world's largest economy has overcome most of it. Washington, U.S. housing starts in November rebounded from a 7-month low and permits surge to a 5-month high. Signs of strength in the housing market that could give the Federal Reserve more confidence and raise interest rates. Drug making, pharmaceuticals, and turned out to the COVID on Wednesday said the fourth quarter profit was hit with a cut tag with the Federal Arc Services, but that could be contained in the damage next year and grow profit. If you're procrastinating on buying health insurance, you were the only one. There was a big rush to enroll by December 15, which was originally supposed to be last day to buy coverage starting on January 1st. There was so much demand through. As they extended to 2 days. Okay, look at that stock market report here. The Dow up 30.73 points at 79,555.64. SP 500 up 5.39 points at 2,048.80. And Nasdaq up 11.48 points at 5,006.84. Seattle's melting in the record rate. The Arctic has recorded its highest air temperature since 1900, warmer twice as fast as anywhere in the world. The black favorite grader Vasa Paradwitz, the new skill to add in his resume to use the tools of grad shells to create calcium powder when it proceeds to lick up its pink tongue in a new study finds. San Francisco, the famous geysers on Saturday are ocean harbor in mood and solidus on Wednesday meeting. The geysers which last material have acidic as subsurface ocean in space, but the moon South Pole region were first spotted. Drug data available at Vasquez Incorporated said on Wednesday that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration had lifted a clinical hold on the 3 of its experimental cancer therapies, said in its company shared it up as much as 3%. Non-profit hospitals, when a non-profit hospital pays its CEO $5 million a year, it's pretty all something is profit in the law. It's that something is wrong. America's high school students that use the drugs and alcohol during the lowest levels of record according to federal data released on Wednesday. And Ivy Biopharma Incorporated said its experimental drug helped patients with a form of melanoma live longer without their cancer progressing in an ongoing late-stage study. Peter Chell Dusaba, 11:05. Time now for a sports report here. Tonight, the Boston Celtics will be in Detroit, take out the Detroit Pistons game time 7:30 p.m. The Bruins will take out the Pittsburgh Penguins game time 8 o'clock at the Garden here. While the Knocknuts girls basketball team will have a game against the Canton Bulldogs at 3:30 p.m. And the Knocknuts wrestling team will meet against Bridgewater Raiders game time 7 o'clock. Peter Chaladusab, 11:05. Time out for a travel report on this Wednesday morning, going to Wednesday afternoon. And starting off down and where Jamestown Bridge and the East side, it's a little slow. Newport Bridge at both ends, a little slow. Mount Bridge is looking good. 295 on the southbound side, a little slow for the Cranston work stretch around Route 37 here. 95 on the southbound side, so protected escrows out at the downtown Providence around Route 146 here. 195 in the eastbound side, got an accident before Route 105 in Marion, so expect a few delays around the Marion stretch of Route 195 in Marion, Massachusetts. 95 on the southbound side, so from 295 to Route 123 in Attleboro here. Route 3 on the northbound side, it is so from 53 Hanover to before Route 18 in Weymouth here. Southeast express to the northbound side, it is so for the Dorchester stretch. Southeast express to the southbound side is backed up with the Pike all the way at the Dorchester here. Out in Worcester, it is looking good in our ways and my ways in Worcester except for 146 on the northbound side, a little slow for the Mass Pike in Millbury. Mass Pike on the westbound side, a little slow on I-84 in Sturbridge. I-84 on the westbound side, a little slow around the Mass Pike in Sturbridge here. Store Drive on the westbound side, slow from the Hatchell all the way at the Boston University here. 120 on the southbound side, so from Redden all the way at the Route 93 in Woburn, doing an accident on 120 on the southbound side before 93 in Woburn here. 120 on the southbound side, get the next around Route 114 Peabody, so expect delays here. 495 on the southbound side, slow before Route 3 in Lowell here. And get the next on 293 on the northbound side after Route 3 in Manchester around the area here as Everett Turnpike is slow during an accident after 101 and 293, so expect some delays here. And 95 on the northbound side, a little slow around Hampton Tolls on the main turnpike. Looking good from New York, you guys to be a Portland, and 295 looking good from Portland and Gardner. Okay, looking at MBTA alerts here. Still on NL support special minor lanes to the traffic. Commuter rail looking good here, and on the ferries they are looking good. Peter Channel News Time is now 11:07 on this Wednesday morning, going into Wednesday afternoon. Time now for a weather report for this afternoon. Puts us skies about 46 degrees. North face about 3 to 7 miles an hour. For the night, slight chance rain after 3 a.m. Most skies got about 33 degrees. Cloud wind chance rain to 20%. Thursday, rain afternoon. Patch bug before 3 p.m. Then patch bug after 4 p.m. 153 degrees. Cloud wind pick up in southeast wind 5 miles an hour. Chance rain is 8%. New principal about 3 to 7/4 inch possible. Thursday, rain before 11 p.m. Patch bug before 8 p.m. Then patch bug after 10 p.m. Low around 47 degrees. Cloud wind pick up west wind 5 miles in a minute. Chance rain is 8%. New principal about 3 to 1/4 inch possible. Friday, chance rain patch bug up before 8 a.m. About most skies got about 53 degrees. Northwest about 5 to 7 miles an hour. Chance rain is 40%. For the night, chance of showers made before 9 p.m. Most skies got about 31 degrees. Chance rain is 30%. Saturday, most of the boats got about 39 about 28 degrees. Sunday, sunny forecast got about 42 about 30 degrees. And for Monday, Port Southern most skies got about 51 about 39 degrees. And for Tuesday, Port Southern got about 54 degrees. Currently in Norton, it's 45, and now it is 47 degrees with clear skies and a humidity 52%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel 11 a.m. news report on this December 16, 2015 on a Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon. Previously, have you have a good afternoon with a good bye day to the ear.